Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none. But if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check three. Sponge.
This is Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the curve.
Touchdown, Travis.
Safe.
Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Cobb. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
General West.
Check three.
Snap.
And here's Marshall. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey.
Mike 51. I don't even know why this team showed up. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Come on, D. Let's go. 51.
To throw on 3rd down. Cobb. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better be afraid of me.
Now Marshall. And an alley to run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Rhodes. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll run with Marshall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now Mariota. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mariota again. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cobb under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, let's get there.
2nd and 15. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 21-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, Randy. Let me what you got.
Here's Mariota. And this is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd and short. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. These two teams all tied after 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Mariota on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone. This is taken at the 3.
solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 35-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. You're not ready. 6-6, pull it high. Wide, get wide. 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, 59. Coming.
To throw Mariota. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
51 the mic. 51 the mic.
Mariota now. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
At the 2-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one wide. Lines up to be incomplete.
For Ian Thomas, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Cobb. And that's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Cobb. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On first down, it's Jacobs looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Tackles.
Mariota to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Rhodes. And an alley to run. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Hey, Echo.
We got 4. Watch twist.
They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Cobb. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Smooth.
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Drop deep.
Get.
From the gun, Cobb. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Marshall, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Leo.
Throwing again. Cobb. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One. 61. Matchbox, right.
1st down, Mariota. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yeah, let's get second.
Jacobs now. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw again on second down. Mariota looking end zone, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's third and short.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Mariota. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 13. Check 13.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ready?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
36. Check. Shoot.
2nd and 5. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cobb. And that will be incomplete.
Cobb's pass intended for Ian Thomas. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready? Hey, guys, tight line. Out. 3 down.
Mariota. The open man is Westbrook. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
This quarterback now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cobb. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, it's Marshall. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Cobb completes it to Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go! Let's go!
In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to go down again. Raekwon McMillan, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Bravo! Get it!
Operating from the gun. Cobb letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the eye.
One.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
Where are they, team?
Check it out, Reed. He's coming. We got time.
Three.
Take four.
Throwing, Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Looking to throw. Cobb. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's get in there.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Yeah. You don't want none.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
You gonna take. You got take. You got take right there.
Go.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Now.
On 4th down. Cobb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 43-yard line.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Hey, alert 3.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Oakland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.